Hello everyone, Janine is back with chair yoga. So all you need for this workout is a chair and a little bit of mindfulness. That's the thing I'm going to ask you to be aware of throughout this entire 30-minute workout. So be mindful, take the best option for your body as opposed to your mind. Sometimes those things don't always line up. So while I will be getting up from the chair, if you need to stay seated for these poses, great. For like warrior one, I'm going to be facing the camera, but you might be turning to the side and working in this kind of way. It's up to you. So get a chair that doesn't have any arms, maybe get some water, make sure you're hydrated, and let's get started. You can settle all the way back in your chair if that's comfortable for you. And just find a soft place. You're going to close your eyes and go within, or take your gaze low with your lashes making a dim lighting for your vision. Just breathe, noticing where you breathe easily. What's your rhythm like for your breath? And just take a little inventory, see what you have going on today, and maybe find a soft smile. I'm glad you've decided to join me. So as we check in, notice where your breath happens and where it doesn't. Notice how you're breathing and what maybe doesn't feel like it's part of your breath. I invite you to take a slightly longer breath in and an equally long breath out. Just continuing to check in with your body, see what feels right, and honoring that first. And we're going to play with our posture and our breath. So let's get away from the back of the chair, coming forwards, feet hip width, knees over those ankles, and pull your weight up over your sits bones. Ideally, the shoulder is over the hip. As we breathe in, let's find height, feeling in slowly and deeply. Exhale and allow yourself to shorten. Inhale tall. And exhale just as slow, just as purposeful. Maybe even push out some of the extra breath. And please honor your own breathing. If your needs are faster or slower than how I'm breathing, please take that opportunity. Now moving on, we're going to find that lift with our big breath in, filling up low, middle, high, lots of height. Keep that height even as you exhale, and notice how your core needs to engage to keep that lift. So, just beginning to have a sense of that alignment, that posture, and what we're going to maintain throughout the entirety of this workout today. Inhaling tall through the crown of your head, lifting, keeping the lift. Exhale, still keeping that lift. One more breath, just to make sure we've got that height. Great. Let's come to the very front of the chair and begin some movements. So every movement can potentially be a breath. If you need to breathe more or less, please do. So let's inhale tall. And some people, when they cat-cow, moving their spine forwards and backwards, their breath might be different than their neighbors. So go with what feels right. Inhale, prepare. You can start with an exhale to curve. Tuck the chin, tuck the tail, slide the hands towards your knees. And then reverse your breath. Maybe you're breathing in, maybe you're breathing out, but we're pushing the spine forwards. Reversing, when you switch your breath, you switch your move. So long, spacious back body, elbows wide like you're hugging a beach ball. And then spacious front of the spine, pulling your shoulders away from your ears. One more time, arching, tucking under, making sure you have a lot of space in that low back. And reversing, pressing forwards, shoulders back and down. And come to a neutral spine. Let's side bend. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, side bend to the right, anchoring your left sits bone. So I'm cueing as your mirror. Let's inhale. Exhale, can you deepen? One more time, breathing in. Breathing out, diving deep. Let's inhale up, both arms. Then come to center, just check in, see what that stretch has done. Do you feel crooked? Let's take the other side. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, dive. Every breath in, we find more space. Every breath out, we find more depth. Anchoring through the right sits bone as well as the left. Breathing when you need. After 3 slow, long breaths, let's reach on up with our in-breath. Hands to heart center. Hopefully you feel more even. So moving the spine in a twist now. Take that left arm across. We're still lifting tall, right? Keeping that lift throughout everything. Take that right arm back. You might be grabbing onto your chair. You might be able to reach across behind you. Either way, inhale tall, like we did with our breath at the beginning. Exhale, twist. Include your gaze. It's okay to stop looking at me. Just listen. Again, every breath in, we come higher. Every breath out, we explore depth. Breathing in, breathing out. And let's gently release to the front and check in before coming to the other side. Hopefully we feel a little crooked. Again, exploring that lift. We never want to twist with a compressed spine. So we're hooking to push into the thigh, grabbing the chair anywhere that it works. Roll the shoulders back. Let's inhale tall. Exhale, twist and gaze to the back. Using your breath every time. Softening the shoulders. Softening through your neck. After your next exhale, release gently to the front, hands to heart center. Let's take a deep breath in, find that lift. If it feels good, you can take your arms up overhead. If that doesn't feel good, explore what height does. But we're staying grounded through the shoulders even as we lift. So breathing, find that lift. Keep that lift in your spine. Sweep those arms back and lean forward with a flat back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Warming up the low back, the upper back. Inhale, come on up. With your exhale, sweep on back and lean forwards, forwards, forwards. Let's do that again. Following your own breath, it might be different than my rhythm. And release and reach back, squeezing tight through the shoulders, wide through the collarbones. Let's take a clasp of the chair or a clasp of your other hand. Roll the shoulders back, surging your heart forwards. Now, if you're looking up at your computer screen or your TV screen to see me, please look down and tuck the chin in. Only refer here and there when you need to visually, because your alignment's going to follow where your eyes go. Breathe and gently release those arms. Let's take one more breath. Rise up with the spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now, if you ever need a water break, please take it. All right, let's move this to standing, or you can stay seated. So we want the chair handy because you never know when I'm going to pull a balance pose. All right, so let us stand. Feet straight down from our hips. Let's work on that lift, that core engagement. So inhale, feel that lift. Keep that height when you exhale. Notice if that feels difficult. Let's try it again. Do the shoulders have to help? One more time. Let's go all the way down to our feet and notice, where is your weight? Are you leaning? Do your legs feel like they're different lengths? Take another breath and check in. Let's extend our mountain. Big wide reach. Inhale. Exhale, side bend right. Now try to keep even weight through your heels. Try not to push through your hips too much. We want to keep the work up here. Let's breathe one more time. Exhale completely. Inhale up high. And let's come into our first pose, warrior one. Right leg comes back. We're going to turn those toes out. Front knee is bent over that ankle. We're driving the right hip forward, and again, finding this abdominal engagement, and we should be real stable here. Both heels are anchored down. Let's inhale up, shoulders back. Again, if you don't like that, you can take your arms forwards or wherever feels good. So inhale, ground with your exhale. Let's inhale wide through the chest, spread the fingers too. Let's reach up high, inhale, and take this into an extension like you're reaching towards me. Hi, I'm right here, come reach towards me. All right, inhale, and we're gonna shift our weight forwards. Take those arms wide, airplane pose. Your toes may not leave the ground today, that's okay. But shifting, trying to keep your hips square to the ground. Hold for a moment, maybe two. Maybe three. All right, both feet land right under those hips for intense pose. Bend the knees deeply, arms forward, shoulders down. Now from here, we want the abs on. We want to tuck the tail under. And let's sit a little deeper. Ooh. Oh, so good. Let's sweep those arms back like we did in the chair. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Wiggle them around if it feels right. And then let's power up, extended mountain. Inhale up tall. Exhale, hands to heart. That's our sequence. Let's do the other side. Inhale, sweep those arms up high. Exhale, side bend. Let's hold this for a couple of breaths, exploring where our weight is in our heels, exploring that open-heartedness. Keep breathing deep, finding that length, deepening your reach. And let's move on. Deep breath in, extending up. Left leg back, warrior one. Turn those toes out. Your arms might stay up high, they might be dropping. This front knee is bent, but it's not passing those toes. It should feel real grounded and square towards me. Good. If you feel anchored, let's move on. Inhale to take a deep chest opening. Spread those fingers, give me a little wave. No one's looking. Inhale up. Nice flat back. Let's take that forwards. So your back, your spine, maybe that back leg, which is straight, is all one line. Breathe. Find airplane. Arms are wide. Hopefully the chair is handy if you need it. Shift your weight forwards. Gaze down. Toes may touch down on the ground. They may lift. Keep yourself safe. Finding balance. And when you're ready to land, gracefully, feet hip width apart. Arms to the front, making sure you're engaged. Sit a little deeper. Why not? Take that sweep back. If you want to, you can hold your arms, or you can take another clasp. Breathe. And let's release. Sweep that up high, extended mountain. Our thighs should be getting kind of warm right now. Let's take that a little bit more brisk. Let's just go right into the side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, dive. Feel that side body length. Inhale, both arms up high. Exhale, that right leg back. So straight, toes out on the right leg. Front knee is bent, not past those toes. You want to stop and check in. Open wide, big breath in. Stretch the chest, stretch the fingers. Exhale, reach, and lean forwards. Breathe. Load that front leg with your weight. Shift over that leg. Maybe your toe lifts off the ground, reaching wide. Maybe you need the chair. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Land both feet firmly under those hips. When you're ready to breathe in, rise up. Hands to heart. Last time through, breathing in, right arm. Breathing out, side bend. Really anchor your feet. Breathe in, reaching up. Exhale, left leg back, warrior one. Anchoring, get that hip towards me. And let's take a deep breath, open wide. Feels so good. Inhale, length. Reaching forwards, take those arms wide, hanging on for dear life if you need the chair. Maybe today's the day you don't need that chair and you play with your toe instead. All right, intense pose, feet under hips, sitting deep, tuck under, then power up through the heels. Exhale home. Again, stopping for water when you need. Let's take a little bit of a recovery pose with down dog. So, just for the sake of space, I've turned my chair, but you're going to come to the back of your chair. And you're going to use the palms of your hands on the back of that chair. I think I'm probably shorter than this, but just in case. Palms are going to end up right flat on the back of that chair. Hopefully it's at a height that works for you. We're going to walk back, feet hip width, heels land just under those sits bones. Once you're at full length, you're going to get heavy through the heart, shoulders drop back and down like you're hugging a beach ball with your armpits. Now there's no way to look at me while you're doing this pose properly. So keep your chin tucked into your throat, make a double chin, anchor down through both heels, practice that pelvic tip, and then use that breath. Can you find that lift? Feeling into the backs of your hamstrings. Maybe pedal. Bend one knee and lift that heel off the ground. Focusing on the opposite hamstring. Then switch. Drop that heel, lift the other heel, bending the knee. Let's do that again. Breathe. And switch. How's that feel? Should feel pretty good. Keep melting through your heart, switching your legs. Let's drop both heels, melt a little deeper. Pull the shoulders away from your ears, wrap them around the front of you, and then gently, baby steps, walk in to roll up. Oh, that should feel pretty good. Alrighty, so let us take our balance poses now. So you can skip this if you're unstable on your feet or you have neuropathy that's so severe, but you can try it as long as you're hanging on, right, and you feel safe. Very basic stuff. You have options. We're going to work on weight distribution front to back. So you might be hanging on full hand, maybe one finger, maybe 1 inch hover if you're not sure. Maybe you know you've got this. So I'm going to take as much space as I can coming forwards here. Stork, making sure the chair's nearby, taking your option that's right for you. Lifting this right knee up. Maybe your toe is pretty low, maybe it's high. Arms wide, maybe hanging onto the chair. Feel into this. Now we're going to take this into that airplane pose. We've already practiced that. Let's take that right leg back, back, back. Hip is aiming down to the ground. Your chest is forwards, long through the toes. Come back to stork. Bend the knee and bring it back through. And we're holding for another 3, 2, 1. And let's release. It's kind of a lot of work on that other leg, huh? All right, hips are square, and it's just like we're rotating on a dowel right here. You can start with the toe low. Maybe hang it on, maybe not. Maybe you're 1 inch hovering. You're going to lift that knee, maybe low, maybe high. Find a visual point that is still. It will help you. Shifting back to airplane pose. That hip is aiming down. You're squeezing your shoulder blades tightly together. Lots of strength through your glutes to lift that leg. Gently coming back to stork. Take your time. Knee to the front, chest is lifted. and release. Pedal that out if you need. All right, we're gonna do one more. So with tree, you have two ways of challenging your balance. In balance, you want to feel the challenge, but you want to feel safe. So you want to be wobbly, but you want to be safe. So you might be playing with your foot, and where you put that, you might be playing with your hand. Don't just and assume this is where you need to be. This is not very wobbly. So maybe dial up the hand if you need that foot on the floor. Okay? All right. Enough of that. Let's get to work. Toe might be down. We're opening through the hips. Trying to level off those hips already. Abs are on. We always need that for balance. If you want to go a little higher, get up off that ankle. If you want to go higher, avoid pressure on your knee at all costs. You want to push in and push back with your thigh. Everything is tight. Maybe you're hanging on. And then finding you can hover. Maybe you can come hands to heart center. If this is easy, let's progress. If you're still hanging on, work on that piece. Otherwise, arms are wide. And let's explore our vision. We're going to turn to the left. Woo, wobble, wobble. Turn to the center. Take your time, and breathe. Turn to the right. Almost done, guys, almost done. And turn center and gently release. Hard when we challenge with the vision. Let's take the other side. If you want to go to the other side of your chair, you can. Toe might be down. Hand might be down. Play with one dial or the other dial. Let's find where your foot wants to be. Firmly plant. Everything's engaged. Hips are level. Heart is surging high and we're breathing. Adding on, only if you feel pretty stable and secure. Opening wide. Find that big lift. The abs are on. Let's turn to the right. Ooh. And slowly back to center. Turn to the left. And back to the center. Gently release and pedal out. Good job. How'd you do? Did you surprise yourself? If you're doing this on carpet, it might be a little more challenging. Alrighty, so let's have a seat. Again, if you need a drink, please grab a drink. Moving into some stretches. So we're going to face the side, scooch to the front so your left hip is hanging off the front edge of your chair, and let's drop that knee straight down. Tick-tock, that heel is back as it needs to be to feel this hip flexor. You're going to squeeze and tuck under so you feel that. Now, once you feel that, don't lose it. We're just going to add on a big reach up, a big reach forwards, and hold for a breath. Let's take a deep breath in and up, and release. How'd that feel? All right, let's open wide. We're going to do horse stance, so come to the front of your chair, opening wide. We're going to take this nice lifted spine that we've been working on, and we're going to aim our heart to the right and drop the left shoulder. So twisting with a flat back, rocking forward with the pelvis, and can you keep your chin tucked in and gaze to the ceiling behind you? Breathe and release up. Find neutral. Big lift, big breath. Let's use it. Come on down, rotate. Breathe. Gaze up to the ceiling if you're able. And release, face the front. Almost done, guys. We're going to turn, face this way. Right hip hangs off the edge. Knee is straight down. Maybe you can tick-tock further back. Squeeze your bum, tuck under. We're going to inhale up tall. Make sure you feel this. We're going to reach forwards, pull back if you need a little more out of that hip flexor. And then let's breathe up high. Exhale, reaching forwards for one breath. Breathe in, reaching up high. Feel that hip flexor one more time. Exhale, release. All right, Let us come to the front and bring this in. So let's take a quick hamstring stretch. Come to the front of the chair with your bum. Right heel is forward, toe is in. Inhale with that lift. Tip from the hip, keep the lift and come forward. Chin tucked in. You should be feeling a stretch down the back of your leg. If you pull your toe in, you will get your calf. Now stop looking at me and let's maintain good alignment with the chin tucked in and the gaze straight down. One more breath here. Let's rise up. Pigeon while seated, crossing over low, maybe high, depending on what your joints say. Flex the foot, protect your knee. We inhale with that lift. Exhale, bring that lift forward. Heart stays open, chin stays tucked, and we're looking down and out. If you need a little help, a little more, because you don't quite feel it in your hip, gently press down on the knee. One more breath. Let's release and rise. We're going to snug these knees together or low, up to you. Again, we're finding that lift, crossing over, grabbing that chair for another twist. Inhale up, exhale, revolve. Include your neck, gaze over your back shoulder, and release your arms. Take a full breath in, nice and tall. Exhale. Oh, feels good, doesn't it? One more breath. Exhale, release, and face the front. All right, let's uncross. Quick roll, quick roll, quick roll. And the other way. Let's do the other side. Left heel is out, toe is up. We inhale tall. Exhale, coming forward. Flat back again, lifted. If you want to add on, chest stretch. Grabbing the chair or clasping your hands, but let's open wide through the chest. Keep the toes pulled in. Take another deep breath. Let's release those hands and rise on up. Coming into pigeon, we cross low, maybe high. Flex the foot, protect that knee. Inhale, tall. Exhale, keep that height as we lean forward, just like we did throughout class or workout. Habit. Breathe, and if you need a little extra, press the knee gently. One more breath. Let's rise up and take a twist. We're going to cross high or low. Establish that postural lift, hooking, grabbing. Use that breath for a lift. Exhale, revolve. Soften the shoulders. Breathe deep. Soften where you can. And release and face me. Uncross and roll out. Let's come to the very back of the chair with our sexy butt walk. You knew these videos would have them, right? We're coming all the way back, closing our eyes, ending the way we began with awareness within. Take a deep breath and just check in. When you checked in at the beginning of this workout, what did you feel? And does that feel different now as you do a quick scan from head to toe? And let's see if we can't soften a little bit deeper. Slowing down the breath. Letting gravity pull us deeper into the chair. As we breathe, coming in through the top of the head, just allowing gravity to make the top of your head heavier as you melt down, down your throat, your neck. Gravity allowing your shoulders to rest on top of your ribs and your arms to just hang heavily from the shoulders all the way down to your hands and fingers, down through your chest, your belly, using your spine and your back against the back of the chair, just melting further into your chair, down to your hips, your thighs, all the way down, continuing to melt and be heavy, heavy, heavy to your ankles, your feet, and even your toes. And just let yourself take a deep breath with all that heavy. Keep breathing. Allow yourself to open your eyes softly. Let's take one more move together. Inhale, reach up high, big stretch. Hands to heart center as you exhale. And my closing phrase is always, be good to you because I mean it. I hope you feel as good as I do. Please return to j9massageandbeyond.com/fitnessfromhome for more videos. These videos are free, so please forward them to anyone who you feel may benefit. And I do mean it. I hope you're taking care of yourself, and I hope to see you soon.